The WWE Universe was left reeling after the shocking backstage attack on Jacob Fatu during SmackDown, and questions about who could have pulled off such a brutal assault were swirling everywhere. Known for his dominance, agility, and family legacy, Fatu has been one of the brightest rising stars in wrestling, making this attack all the more shocking. Fans and fellow superstars were left stunned, desperate for answers, and that's where Nick Aldis stepped in. The former NWA World Champion, respected for his sharp mind and deep understanding of the wrestling world, conducted a meticulous investigation into the ambush. And the revelation he dropped? Absolutely jaw-dropping. Today, we're breaking down the shocking truth behind Fatu's attack, Aldis's investigation, and what this means for the future of WWE storylines. Jacob Fatu's rise and the stakes at play. Before the attack, Jacob Fatu had been establishing himself as a major force in wrestling. His in-ring performance, charisma, and connection to the Anoa'i legacy gave him a level of credibility few could rival. Every victory added to the anticipation that he might soon claim a major title shot. This rising trajectory, however, also made him a target. Jealousy, rivalry, and ambition often collide in professional wrestling, and the higher the stakes, the greater the likelihood of betrayal. The attack highlighted the dark side of competition in the WWE Universe. What might have been a celebration of talent turned into chaos and uncertainty. Fans were left wondering how this setback would affect Fatu's career trajectory, and whether this attack was a one-off act of aggression or part of a larger, more sinister plot orchestrated behind the scenes. Nick Aldis steps in. Investigating the mystery enter Nick Aldis, the former NWA World Champion and respected wrestling figure. Known for his intelligence, charisma, and commitment to the integrity of the sport, Aldis took it upon himself to uncover the truth behind Fatu's ambush. Conducting interviews, reviewing backstage footage, and collecting eyewitness accounts, Aldis meticulously pieced together what had happened. His involvement added legitimacy and a layer of intrigue to the story, giving fans a credible figure to lead the investigation. Aldis's revelations were highly anticipated, as the WWE Universe desperately wanted answers. The tension built as he teased findings, keeping viewers on edge. Aldis's role demonstrated how wrestling narratives can blend on-screen drama with real-world storytelling techniques, creating engagement that feels both authentic and high stakes. The big reveal, MVP's involvement. The shocking climax of Aldis's investigation was the revelation that MVP, the veteran wrestler and manager, was implicated in the attack. Fans were stunned. MVP, with his celebrated career and reputation as a mentor, had been trusted by many in the locker room. Yet here he was, linked to a ruthless assault on a rising star. Evidence gathered by Aldis, including security footage and eyewitness accounts, painted a damning picture. The revelation created instant buzz, both online and in the wrestling community, as fans struggled to process the implications. MVP's involvement not only explained the attack, but also suggested deeper layers of manipulation, political maneuvering, and personal ambition at play. This twist transformed what might have been a simple backstage incident into a story rich with narrative potential, moral ambiguity, and psychological complexity. Analyzing MVP's possible motives became a topic of intense speculation. One theory suggested that Fatu's meteoric rise may have threatened MVP's standing in the industry, prompting a preemptive strike. Another perspective viewed MVP as a master manipulator, orchestrating chaos to position himself as the ultimate power broker in WWE. He could have sought to destabilize the locker room and assert dominance over rising talent, including Fatu. Additionally, political considerations may have played a role. Eliminating or undermining Fatu could open opportunities for MVP or his protege. This multi-layered rationale adds complexity to his character, transforming him from a straightforward villain into a figure whose actions are both strategic and deeply personal. The audience is drawn into the psychological game, questioning every alliance, every interaction, and every future storyline connection. Implications for Jacob Fatu. The attack and revelation have profound consequences for Jacob Fatu, both physically and mentally. As a performer whose identity is tied to strength and resilience, being ambushed challenges his confidence and position in WWE. Recovery from injury is only part of the struggle, coping with revenge-driven narratives and character development that resonates with fans. His supporters have rallied behind him, demanding justice and eagerly anticipating his comeback. This trajectory allows WWE to explore both the physicality and psychological depth of his journey, creating a compelling narrative that intertwines personal stakes with in-ring action. Community reaction and fan engagement. Fans and fellow wrestlers reacted immediately to the revelation. Social media exploded with theories, opinions, and speculation. Many expressed shock and disappointment that a respected figure like MVP could commit such an act. Others embraced the storyline potential, analyzing possible feuds, alliances, and character growth opportunities. Wrestlers in the community voiced concerns, supported Fatu, and debated the implications of MVP's actions. This collective response highlights how interconnected and engaged the WWE universe is, and how a single incident can spark widespread discussion. The drama, betrayal, and strategic maneuvering have turned fans into active participants, theorizing potential outcomes and eagerly awaiting the next twist in this evolving saga. The intensity of the response. The psychological angle and character depth beyond physicality. This storyline emphasizes psychological complexity. MVP's betrayal challenges assumptions about loyalty, trust, and ambition. Jacob Fatu's response explores resilience, vengeance, and redemption. Nick Aldis's role adds moral clarity and investigation, providing an anchor for fans amid chaos. This layered narrative demonstrates wrestling's capacity to weave intricate character arcs that engage audiences emotionally. The tension between rising stars and established veterans mirrors real-world professional struggles while dramatized in a high-stakes environment. Fans are encouraged to empathize, analyze, and speculate, creating a shared experience around character motivations and outcomes. Such psychological depth enhances the impact of matches and promos, making WWE storytelling richer and more memorable. Future speculations and fan theories. Finally, speculation is rampant about what comes next. Will MVP face direct retribution from Fatu, or does a larger conspiracy exist? Could MVP recruit allies to solidify power, or will Fatu form his own faction? Fans are theorizing new feuds, alliances, and matchups, imagining long-term pay-per-view implications. These predictions foster engagement, community discussion, and anticipation for weekly shows. The unresolved tension ensures the storyline remains dynamic and unpredictable. The evolving narrative promises thrilling confrontations, character development, and emotional investment. WWE's careful orchestration of betrayal, investigation, and retaliation demonstrates the artistry behind sports entertainment. As fans watch closely, every promo, attack, and alliance gains significance, making the Fatu MVP saga one of the most compelling stories in current wrestling. The stakes are high. In conclusion, the revelation of MVP as Jacob Fatu's attacker has rocked WWE to its core. It sets the stage for dramatic in-ring confrontations, psychological storytelling, and character evolution. Fatu's journey from victim to potential avenger, Aldis's role in uncovering the truth, and MVP's complex motives combine to create a narrative with multiple layers of intrigue and suspense. Fans are now invested in seeing how justice, revenge, and professional ambition play out. The storyline exemplifies WWE's unique ability to blend athleticism with drama, creating moments that resonate emotionally and keep viewers eagerly anticipating the next chapter. With the fallout still unfolding, the WWE Universe is watching closely, ready for the next shocking twist.